Well, we're having discussions, both parties, Labour and Fine Gael. We're determined that we're going to have a heads of bill. We're working towards achieving that. We both want to see that. And, you know, from my point of view, I want to, we've said as a government that we will deal with the ABC report case, that we will bring in legislation in line with the X case and the Supreme Court decision. We're going to do that. We want to do it before the summer. There's ongoing discussions this week to work out quite precisely how you do that. And obviously there's very strong views on this around the country in every direction. You know, there's very strong views. I want the legislation to be sensitive to women who are in this situation. Obviously you have to have reasonable safeguards, and you don't want barriers, unnecessary barriers for women, but you have to build in reasonable safeguards. And you know, I think that most reasonable and sensible people out there, when we arrive at the point where we publish the heads of bill, will, you know, respond, and they'll make their own decision as to whether they think what we're doing is reasonable and sensible and has enough safeguards. And you know, clearly you don't want so many consultants involved that it becomes illusory.
Do you think
we don't
6
want
consultants is too many?
6 consultants is clearly too many. And but having said that, much of medicine is involved in multidisciplinary teams, and you know, very rarely do medics act on their own. So I think we have to be reasonable about it, understand the concerns that people have out there about a regime that is, you know, extremely permissive. So no one wants that, but at the same time, you also want it to be meaningful for women who do find themselves in this extraordinarily difficult situation where their life is at risk and where their life is at risk for physical reasons or for mental health reasons. So it's challenging, but both parties are determined that there will be the heads of bill developed and that the legislation hopefully will be enacted before the summer.